Good day, viewers. Welcome once again to your favorite program, our favorite program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujimi, and I have here with me in the studio today Richard Adeyinka Emmanuel, CEO, Data Home Research and Communications Limited. Baba Richie, you are welcome to the program.
Good to be here again.
Yes, like we say in our balance, trouble no dey finish.
You know, for Nigeria.
All over the world.
All over the world. You know they finish.
At least you can see that there's still trouble in Gaza. And
still trouble in US.
And the US has not rested.
Donald Trump is giving them a serious one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. The Conversation, like we all know, is a topical issues program that focuses on happenings in Nigeria and in the diaspora. Top of the bill today, we want to look at the Supreme Court judgment on Rivers State. Just last week, the Supreme Court affirmed that the governor of Rivers State was in contempt of the Constitution. You recollect that the Federal High Court had ruled that it was unconstitutional for the state government to present the budget to 3 members of the House of Assembly. The case went to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal was even unsparing of the governor, as the Court of Appeal described his conduct as governor as a executive recklessness and rascality, and that it is unacceptable. Lo and behold, the state government, approached the Supreme Court, which is the final, court in the land. And in towing the line of the 2 other courts and in upholding the provisions of the Constitution, the Supreme Court now affirmed that Governor Siminalayi Fubara should go and represent the 2025 budget to the properly constituted State House of Assembly. For our information, the Constitution stipulates that for a House of Assembly to be convoked, it must form a quorum.
Sure.
And 3 persons cannot make a quorum in the Rivers State House of Assembly. Yeah. The Rivers State House of Assembly is about 30 members, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And the governor presented the budget to the 3 members.
And then leaving the 27.
Yes. And he even had the temerity to be telling us that the members of the legislature exist at his own pleasure. I've never seen such executive rascality.
No. I think that statement was what happened outside of the legislature. It had nothing to do with the legislature and the executive headed by Fubara himself.
Yeah, okay.
He
Fubara
was talking about
head of the legislature.
Relationship that existed between them before as individual members.
No,
he said he was paying their children's school fees.
No,
he was giving them money.
Richard,
and all.
I watched him. He said he determines whether they will become members. He claimed that they have defected. So for me, I think it is very clear.
Yes,
it is not in the power of the governor to declare somebody as a defector or not. That is the responsibility of the speaker or the court.
And now the case is in court
and now
on its own.
If the case went to the High Court, the court of it went to the High Court. Hold on, it went to the High Court. The High Court ruled that they defected, but when it got to the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal nullified the High Court judgment. About the defection.
Yes.
The Court of Appeal stated clearly that there was no evidence to show that they have defected. So now that case is in court. But as of today, the Supreme Court has given a judgment that the illegal local government election he conducted, that it has become null and void.
Yes.
That he himself, and the most intriguing thing for me is this threats by various groups and even the governor that they can't guarantee peace and security. Who gave peace and security of Rivers State to some groups or people who we don't even recognize in law?
In our last discussion on this topic.
Yes, we have discussed this topic severally. Yes.
I made a statement that a government cannot be too weak to defend itself.
Okay.
The issues at stake, they are really two. Majorly.
Too weak to defend itself within the parameters of law or outside of it.
Like politicians do. Let me say, as politicians
When
do.
politicians conduct their acts, do they conduct it within the confines of the law or
They,
outside of it?
they do anything. Me and you know that
No, I
politicians,
don't know.
they go to any length to protect their
they
power.
go any length, but they know that going any length means staying within the corridor of the rule of law.
Let's say
Because
that
if you
is
go
it.
out of it, you're on your own.
Let's say that is what it is.
Yeah.
But we know that our politicians
Yeah.
are so desperate that they will do anything to
Yeah.
retain the power.
Yes, I agree.
Now, two things at stake. One has been settled by the Supreme Court. That's the legality of everything.
Of the governor's conduct.
Well, everything.
Yeah.
Supreme Court has ruled, and that is final.
Yes.
And he has also said he has no choice.
No, he
than to
said he's still
implement-
studying the report. He
No,
said they are waiting for the...
He said he will implement it.
He said they are waiting for
For
the
the
to study the
certified
full
true copy.
content of the
Yes.
rule of judgment.
Now, the other thing is the politics side of it.
Okay, what's the politics side?
That is where you have just raised it now, that many groups are coming up to say, we will fight, we will defend Ijaw National Congress,
even know
Ijaw
their
Youth.
name,
Yes, I think
They
I
are,
know
they are
that
just they
for
are
certain.
making empty
And
threats as far as I'm
let's
concerned.
say that, but we know Rivers. And
Hey,
we
but you know
what our
the,
politics-
these groups you mentioned, you recollect in my post
That
on,
they will defend him.
on X, you recollect when we were going to the polls in 2015, they made all sorts of threats that if former President Goodluck Jonathan is not re-elected, that Nigeria will burn. What happened at the end of the day?
see.
Because Fubara is not the governor of Ijaw National Congress.
Yes,
he's the governor of Rivers State.
That is it.
So what
he still holds. See, the moment two of them. Don't forget that President Tinubu tried to.
Yes, he tried to
Make a
mediate.
peace.
They said he was a
He
meddlesome interloper.
He made
So
the peace deal.
Yes.
For the two parties to jettison or even ignore the
We
peace
don't know whether
deal.
it's the two parties. But what we know is that
There is no agreement.
the peace deal he
Did
made
not
them
take
sign,
effect.
they did not
accept
abide with
it and
yes, so we
so
don't know who
for
breached it or
taking that position, it means they are ready to go all hog.
not. Yes.
So if you once you leave peace, the other side of peace is chaos. It means both parties are ready to go against each other.
Yeah.
And that is the politics side of it. When Fubara got back to Rivers, he started, even assembling his own group. Even bringing out Dr. Peter Odili that has been silent a while. And for me, I feel that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So he's trying to complement what he has another. And you cannot fault him. Once you say no to peace deal, that means you are ready to fight on, no matter where it takes you. Yes, let's say he has lost the legal part of the
fight.
Now you have the politics side of it, and in implementing, when I heard him speak about, yes, we will study, we will implement it, we obey the law of the Supreme Court because there is no alternative. He can't go anywhere again. So he has to. And in implementing the judgment of the Supreme Court, he will not want to put himself in a disadvantaged position. No matter how we see it, politicians may pretend that, no. But we know, if you've studied Nigerian politicians very well, you will know that they will not want to. He is finished. If any mistakes he will make now, we finish him politically. And he has also said it, that pata, they won't kill him. He was looking at what's the worst that can happen. So he knows he has to fight on.
But Richard, do you know he has committed, apart from committing impeachable offense,
yes,
he has also committed a criminal act.
Well,
by spending public money without appropriation by the House of Assembly.
Let us say that those are impeachable offenses.
Yeah.
However, it will be difficult to impeach him.
Why?
Thank you. Let us look at those. The only person that will make him submit if the president, like it happened in the case of Ladoja.
Yes.
It was even President Obasanjo told Ladoja, Ogbeni, go and resign.
Yes.
So you know that there is nothing
But
you
in
can
this,
do.
Richard,
Look at Peter Obi.
Richard,
Look
in
at-
this, oh no, Richard, hold on. In this case, it is not a personal fight again. Fubara is fighting against the rule of law, against the constitution
He said
he
he
swore
will-
to up. No,
he
no,
said
just
he will
a
implement
no,
it.
just a minute, Richard. If for me, I've seen all those threats, and I make bold to state it clearly. Those are empty threats. Because we were in this same country when former President Olusegun Obasanjo, in defiance to the Supreme Court ruling, withheld the allocation of Lagos State for about 20-something, almost 2 years. No, just a minute. Nobody had the irresponsibility to come out and be threatening the Federal Republic. So nobody should be threatened. That if it's impeached, will the world come to an end?
No, see, I'm not saying he won't be impeached.
I don't even know whether I will be impeached.
He can't be
but
impeached.
I just cannot
But
accept
it will be difficult
help
because
the people
he is
making threats.
He is still the governor of that state. You see now,
he has lost authority.
I talked about the politics side of it. The House of Assembly, they gave him 48 hours to present the budget.
2025 budget.
Now he has written back
Yes.
that he's not going to honor that ultimatum.
Okay. The
That
battle line has
they
been
are
drawn.
waiting for the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgment. That
Okay.
as of this morning, they have not received it, and they will wait and then implement. So expect fireworks, political fireworks.
Yeah.
That is where the battle will go now. Let us leave the legal side of it. He has lost that.
Okay.
But the politics side of it, he still has a chance. He still has a chance. He will fight till there is no other way to go. Okay. So that is what politicians do.
Okay.
Once you have political power, you want to consolidate. You want to show that even if you are going to lose, even if you are going to go to jail, you will still act as a governor.
Richard,
and you will still do everything to protect yourself.
Richard, when former President Obasanjo, in his characteristics, manner of, disobeying civilized conduct,
Yes.
or running against, how people should behave in a civilized climate, went out of his way to tell a sitting governor, former Governor Rashid Ladoja of Oyo State, to go and resign, when he himself knows that he doesn't have the power. Even when Ladoja knew that he had the power, he was a sitting governor. What happened?
It was because of the security. Once you withdraw, that is why I said a lot still depends on the president. Even now.
Why will he depend on the president?
The president has a lot to gain in Rivers. Don't forget the olive branch is extended to the Ogonis for the oil exploration to continue.
Then what has that got to do with this?
He still needs peace.
No, we need peace, but we must
Rivers.
make no.
Right now,
it's not Mr. President needing peace in Rivers. We need peace all over Nigeria.
We are talking in reference
we tell every stakeholder that, look, this is a society governed by laws.
It is.
You can't say because you are a governor that because he comes from your own part of the state, then you want to tell us that he has the right.
It is not that straightforward.
No. It's about it's about
the
engagement.
President should call them now.
For what? Why should the president? Because the Supreme Court has, why should the president? They have elders in Rivers.
The political side of it must be settled. The president needs peace in Ogoni. He wants oil to return, and he needs two of them to agree.
Richard, don't
throw
this line of blackmail.
No, it's not blackmail. That is what politicians do.
No.
They use power.
I know,
all of them use power.
I know people use power. But one thing we must say here is that it's not that we hate Fubara.
No.
Or that we like
He has lost the legal
we
part
must
of
make it clear. It's not that we are supporters of Fubara or Wiki,
no.
or we hate Fubara and like Wiki, or we like
vice versa.
Yes,
no.
It's about what does the law say.
Yes.
So if persons who have been elected into positions of authority cannot be responsible enough to recognize that this is what the law says I should do, if I do contrary, I will not only be running foul of the law, I will also be desecrating the seats
that is
on which I sit.
The political side of it
Yes.
must be settled. He has lost the legal one, but the politics one, he doesn't want to lose it.
Well, we wait to see how it pans out in Rivers State in the days to come, but we must make this very clear. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody or group has the authority to threaten the peace of Rivers State. Rivers State is still a state within the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is what subsists in that state. If you want to create your own jungle where there will be chaos, we want to admonish you. You better go and look for that jungle outside the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because we will not tolerate lawlessness and anarchy in any part of Nigeria. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we want to call it. We want to go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. We'll be right back.